Who on earth is Doris?
Oh, it feels like I'm doing one of my lectures now. Some of you know I had a very bad accident. It was when I was 60, so that's 6 years ago now. And I was forced to stop working. And do you know what? I was never at home before, and I never realized it. Like the cruise guys, never at home. I was away on films and movies all over the world. And I'm sitting there with my wife for the first time. Now, a lot of people who retire go through that as well, but they see their wives every evening and every morning. I mean, people on cruise ships don't. I didn't. People who did Lord of the Rings were away on a 2.5-year contract in Australia or New Zealand. You don't see your partner apart from on FaceTime. So I'm sitting with Jean, and she's talking about wanting to do something on television, which she can't get the chance to do because you'd have to wait for casting. And I said, okay, I'll help you, but I'm only going to help you if I don't want to direct it. I don't want to do anything to it at all. So I actually found a young lad who was the camera assistant on Bulla Quo, who wanted the big chance to direct it. Okay, I'm going a bit off the plot now, but I said I want to do something really off line, off stupid, and I want to make it a character that's weird and strange. So I made a psychopath character called Doris, and her friend was called Wilma. Now, I got the name Wilma from the Flintstones. I got the name Doris because I just thought no one else is called Doris. And they were two names that I thought the Americans and the English would take. So it was like an international cross the waters set of names that would stand out. And these two ladies became the nutcases who did 63 episodes of this particular, what have become known as web series. So when it finished, by this time, I'd gone through some therapy and I was working again. I wasn't working again. I was on the ships talking about my film career. And I started to realize I was stopping at the same ports over and over again. So I said to Jean and my wife, why don't you just talk about the ports, become a presenter, and I will film you. I mean, just got to point a camera like you do, David, when you're there with Christine. You just film Christine. But for me, it was just say that. We literally knocked those films off in a couple of hours, and the name stuck. So Doris came from the original series, and when we transferred it, or it kind of grew, the series became Doris Visits. Jean demands she's not Doris, she's Jean. So Doris really is me, I guess. Well, it could be you, David, if you want, but there isn't actually with Doris. It's the name that came out of therapy, really. That's where the books came from too, because when I was in therapy, one of the things they do to try and get you back into your profession, in my case, well, in all the cases, you start talking, you have to write your emotions in the first person as you go through that. It's a bit like AA, but it's for people who are trying to get back after accidents. And that's why the first book, Cruise Ship Heist, is written in the first person, because it was the first thing I'd written was the therapy stuff, and that became the first book. And after that, the books are normal, but the first book's in first person, and that's the reason why. Well, I just wish the movies had come back, because I think we nearly had a TV deal, and we obviously it all fell apart with COVID, and I think it's going to come back totally different. But I think one of them should definitely be a movie, and it's nice hearing people's suggestions of who would play the parts. I think Hugh Grant now, in his older acting stage, would make a brilliant Kieron Phillips. But hey, I'm sure people out there are going to disagree.